channel. So today I'm going to do my Pan Those Eyeshadows update. It feels like I just did this, but it actually has been a month. So anyway, I actually have a really exciting one. I think last time it was a bit dull, but I do have some shades rolling out because I have hit pan, which is always fun. I literally just have been hitting pan this week because I didn't hit any pans in August. And so I'm filming this just before I think I'm posting it tomorrow. So by the time you see this, I'm filming it the previous day. So I've only had like 5 days since August, and I've been hitting pans, which is really, really exciting. So I just felt like I need to get back into the swing of things, and some of these only need one more use and then I hit pan. Anyway, whatever, let's get into it. I'm stumbling on my words. I don't know what I'm doing, but it is an exciting update. Okay, so we'll start with the one I've used the least. This will still be staying in. It actually is from my Dangerous Love palette from Makeup Revolution, and I realized it's the shade Marry Me. So I've been working on the shade Marry Me. It is this one right here, but I've only just used it the once, so kind of a crappy little update for that one. By the time I roll this into the project, I'm realizing I kind of, A, stopped wearing a lot of makeup because it was, you know, I don't wear that makeup outside in the sun, and B, I was slowly getting over these very warm gold tones, and it's a very gold shade. I do enjoy it. I've used it the once this month. In July, I used it 3 times, and then previous to that, I didn't have it in. So really, I've only used it 4 times since I've rolled it in. I'm gonna keep it in because I do think I will be able to hit pan, but I might struggle a little bit just because I'm not grabbing these types of shades at the moment. Okay, next up is actually a shade that I have hit pan on, but I only used it once this month as well. It is one of my Colourpop singles. It is the Billie Jean from the Blue Moon palette. And let me just take it out because this thing is too heavy to hold up. So this is what it's looking like right now. And yeah, super pumped. I used it the once. I actually put it on today, if you can believe it. I was wearing something slightly different this morning, and then I just kind of throughout the day changed my makeup a little bit because I wanted to use a little bit of different shades. So I did use it, but it ended up being sort of taken away by whatever look I have on today. But anyway, used it a bunch of times prior to me rolling it into this project. So I didn't think it was going to take too long because I do feel like I had already a pretty nice dip in it. And I used it 3 times in July and just the once this last month. And then, yeah, I didn't have it rolled in prior to that. So really, this is one where I've only used it 4 times, but I actually have hit pan. It's not like a brand new one like the Revolution. So usually Colourpop takes me a long time, but this one it didn't. Also, I've realized, and it's just probably because it's old, but it is very, very powdery. It's becoming very, very powdery. And, you know, I wouldn't say the formula is going. I'm not at that point yet, but I could just tell that it's old. Okay, next up is this palette. This is the Essence Circle of Life palette. And I have been, oh, I just dug my finger in the shade. That's great. I've been working on the shade Pride Lands, which is this brown matte right here. Obviously, I don't have a pan in it, as you can see. I'm starting to get a little bit of a dent. You know, it's changing shape ever so slightly, but I don't think I'm gonna hit pan in it. I do try to use the shade 20 times and then I give up in this project. So I don't think I'm gonna hit pan before my 20 uses are up. I did only use this twice this last month. I think I mentioned in another video, I didn't wear as much makeup in August as normal. So just all my numbers are really like depleted. So I've actually used this 15 times in the project. I only have 5 more uses. So I definitely think it's going to be a rollout next time. Okay, next up, I have this palette from Glam Shop. This one I rolled in a couple months ago. I've been working on this shade, which I cannot pronounce. I've only used it twice again this month. So, you know, this one I think I'll definitely hit pan because obviously these are creamy. You can see my big finger indentation in there. And I suspect, like, it's a very chunky shade, but I suspect that I'll hit pan definitely, maybe, I don't know, maybe the next use. I think probably the next update. I'm assuming so. My nails, I need to do my nails. They just look awful. I keep forgetting. So this one's only been rolled in for 2 months. So I've only used it 4 times since I've rolled it in. And I suspect I'll hit pan before the 10 use mark on this one. But I haven't hit pan in Glam Shop yet. So I don't know. Okay, next up I have a shade from my Dancing in the Sky palette from GlossGods. This one I rolled in last time and I have hit pan already. I used it twice. I've used it twice and I hit pan, but these are very, very shallow and I already had use on it. So I rolled in this shade right here, which is called Bucket List. It's absolutely beautiful, but as you can see, a clear pan there, and you can actually see the indentation of the pan around there too. They're just very creamy. I wish that the pan depth was a little bit bigger now that I'm hitting pan on them quite fast and easily. But I do think some shades are a little bit harder. Like I think if I had picked one of these shades down here, it would take me a little bit longer. This one already had a dip and it's one of the softer ones. It's very similar to this one in terms of the texture. You do definitely get different textures in these palettes. Which I'm not complaining about at all, but it is different. Like it's different to this one, it's different to some of these other ones. And then this one is like a really chunky one. So again, that would be probably different to hit pan on. But yeah, I'm excited that I have two pans in here. I think they're both from Those Eyeshadows as well. So, you know, it is my favorite GlossGods palette, and I don't think they're ever bringing this back. So I'm really, really sad about that because, you know, I would absolutely buy it again if I went through all these shades. I just think they're stunning. But yeah, this one's going to be rolling out. Okay, the last one that I have rolled in, because for some crazy reason, I have 6 shades rolled into this project. I used to only have 5, but it got to 6 at one point. I've never lowered it down. So I've been working on this palette, the Geodes from WhatsUp Beauty, and I've been working on the citrine shade. I actually have it on in my inner corner today, and I hit pan in it today. So super excited. This one I used 3 more times this month. Used it 3 times last month, and then I guess in total, I did use it 11 times before hitting pan in this project. I might have used it once or twice prior to rolling in, but this is a very, very new palette. So yeah, probably once or twice. It's pretty. This is the second WhatsUp Beauty pan that I've hit now. The first one is in the Dragon's Eye, and I feel like that is also a shimmer, but it's a different type of shimmer. This one is a lot like denser. It's a denser one. It's a little bit powdery. It's still really beautiful. I have it like just inner corner. I think it works really nicely as an inner corner, but it took me slightly longer to hit pan it because it was just more packed in there, which is not a bad thing. It's just to let you know, they also have different formulas. So yeah, some of them are a little bit chunkier than others, but yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It's like a newer palette. I need to get more use on all the rest of the shades now because it does look like it's just one that I've used. I have used the rest. It's just obviously not as much. All right, so that's 3 pans that I have managed to hit. Let's get into my roll-ins because I'm really, really excited. This is always the best part of the project. Not even working on the shades is the best part or hitting pan. I think this is the best part because you don't know what you're gonna get. You're anticipating some really nice shades, and then you get something and you're like, oh shoot. Okay, so my wheel should be all up to date now. I have added all of my new palettes in here, the ones I haven't even touched yet. So if they are pulled, I'm gonna be cursing myself, but we'll see. I just feel like the same palettes are pulled every single time. So I'm gonna roll twice, and then for the Colourpop single, we'll just pick that ourselves. So, oh my gosh, one of the new ones, the Lethal. So I have the Lethal Cosmetics Avatar collection, and it's rolled in the Air one. Can you believe it? I just said it too. All right, so this is the Air palette. I did say when I was going through all the new makeup that I didn't understand this color story. And then one of you said, actually, it makes a lot of sense if you watch Avatar. So I probably take it back, but this is the Air one. Actually, I have no idea. I don't even know if you can hit pan in Lethal Cosmetics. I have never tried. This is probably the worst thing I've ever done. And I could be really boring and roll this one in. I could be really boring and do that. And then at the same time, work around the edges. I just don't think I have it in me. I think I'm going to be boring. So I don't think I have it in me to try to hit pan in one of the other mattes, for one thing. So I've not even swatched this. And then I don't know if I want to hit pan in these shimmers yet. Oh my gosh, what have I done? Is this not what I want to do? So I'm gonna go for that. I'm gonna go for that. In the meantime, I will be doing my own dedicated video on all of these palettes. Obviously, I haven't got to it yet, but now I feel like I need to get to that sooner than later because I do not want to start working on that shade before actually like swatching the whole palette and figuring out what I want. So I will be rolling in that shade. Actually, what is that shade called? So that shade is called Air Temple. And I'm not going to swatch it because it literally is just a very light shade. It's going to be just a lid setting shade for me, a starting one, and I think it'll be fine because I pretty much have finished my Urban Decay shade that's in my palette, and so I could just start using this one. So actually, that kind of works. So we're going to be rolling this one in. Oh my gosh, please don't pull all the other ones. Okay, I'm going to do one more. I really hope it's not another new one because I am going to regret what I said. Like, can you imagine? Why would they do that to me? Why? Okay, this is Menagerie Cosmetics, the Killer Purr. So this is not currently in a project, so let me pull it. Oh, I'm excited. I really like this one. I did just use it a few months ago, but I'm not complaining. I'm happy that it's coming back out. Ooh, now this one, I might be a little bit more adventurous just because I know this one a little bit more. And I don't know, a part of me, oh, is this boring? A part of me kind of wants to go into this shade over here, which is called Pride, because every time I go into this palette, I always gravitate towards that one. I just think it's a really good, cool tone, like a yucky brown shade. It could be kind of a cocky green. I don't really know what color that is. It looks green, but it's also not green. And I think these pans are quite deep. I have seen a few people hit pan in these, and I think it takes a long time. So I want to be smart about what I pick. I really also like this shade, but something's telling me not to do it. I think it would go on forever. So I think I just rolled in a matte. I could also try to do that one, but no, I think I'm going to roll in this one. Is that boring? It might be very boring, but I'm going to roll in Pride. I will swatch this one. I just don't want to ruin my lethal one. So, oh, it's definitely a cocky green, but then it looks brown on my skin. So it's a very cool tone shade. I think it will work with a lot of different looks because my Project Level Up palette has a lot of greens and blues, and I think that will help minimize them because they're very, very bright. I think I'm going to roll that one in. So we rolled in 2 mattes, which seems kind of boring. I'm going to just swatch the ones that I still have, and then we will figure out which Colourpop we want to roll in because I think it's going to depend on the color story, to be fair. All right, so those are 4 swatch right there. I did not swatch the lid setting shade from the Lethal palette for now because there wouldn't be anything to show you. So it is quite a neutral, color story. That obviously this is very pretty from Glam Shop. So I'm thinking for the Colourpop shade, I don't think I want to go into any of these because I've just worked on this blue and I have some greens in another palette that I'm working on. So I think we're going to stay away from greens and blues for now. This one I think would be ideal for this time of year, but I don't know which shade to pull because I honestly don't even know. I just don't know how long some of these would take me. I think some of these would take me a bit. I'm trying to be I'm trying to cheat a little bit and try to pick something that I know I could probably hit pan on for the 20 uses, which I think with these 2, I just got lucky because Colourpop takes me a long time. Let me look at the last one. All right, I think there's probably some more options in this one, to be fair, because I do have the two brown mattes here, and I have the 2 shimmers, and they all kind of are cohesive. So it would be nice maybe to roll in something else that works, that's cohesive, and I think the Glam Shop one will be rolling out soon. I'm sorry, I'm taking forever to figure this out, but it might be this one, which I think is called Earthshine, from the It's My Pleasure from Colourpop. Well, they're all from Colourpop. Or this one, I think this is from Lilac You a Lot. So let me just look at these 2. They're 2 purples, and I already have a little bit of a dip in each of them. So yeah, I'm trying to be smart about this. Okay, so this one is called Cloud. And I do think it is from the Lilac You a lot because that's all like cloud based. It's a very pretty shade. All right, I've just swatched that one there and it's really not doing much. So I don't know about that. Let's look at Earthshine because this is, this is Earthshine from It's My Pleasure. I've always enjoyed this. It has like a tinge of like a bluey purple. It's very pretty. I think this is a lot of people's favorites from that palette. And that one you can clearly see the difference. It's just a lot more purple. So I'm just thinking, I mean, I think they would both be fine. What have I done? I think they would both be fine. Oh, now I'm second guessing it. Now I'm second guessing it. Actually, there is this Super Shock shade over here. This is called Side to Side. I think I might pull that one because I think it will work well with the Revolution one. And who's to say I need another purple? Yeah, okay, let's do that instead. So we're not gonna do those other two. We're gonna do Side to Side, which I think is from, oh, I can't recall the name, but it's one of the 12-pound palettes. And it's a Super Shock formula. So again, it should hopefully not take me forever to hit pan in this, although it is a topper shade, so it might actually do that, but I don't know. There it is. It's hard to see. My swatching is getting worse and worse by the day. Okay, let me swatch it next to the Revolution one instead. Okay, whatever. It's a very neutral color story. Maybe I'm being boring with it. Maybe I should have thrown in a green, but there's a lot of greens in my Project Level Up palette, and that's my level 5. And I also have my Pan That palette, the Earthly, which I also need to work on. So I kind of want to stay away from greens if I can do it. All right, that is my new color story. Very neutral, but I think perfect for this time of year. And I do have this little pop of purple. So again, I think it's going to be lovely. And, I could do this look literally every single day. So maybe it'll work out for me and I'll get more progress on these faster. And then I can roll in some different shades sooner as well. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you'd like to, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.